Hey guys! Welcome to my channel. Now I know with the coronavirus and everything, people are feeling a little panicked. So I thought I would discuss top predictions of the end of the world. Mainly just because I know there's a lot of people talking about this book that has so-called predicted the end of the world. Which I looked at it and I looked at a bunch of other theories and I don't think that this is true. Anyway, let's start. So, to start with, I think we should talk about the Bible, Christianity's Bible, with the end of the world, the Armageddon. So, what's supposed to happen is two things are going to happen. One, God will destroy all fake religion. So that's things like the government, other churches, all other organizations will be destroyed. And then two, his attention will turn to political leaders. And Jesus is supposed to lead us in an army, supposed to lead the holy people in an army all around the world to kill all of God's enemies. Fun. So basically, if you're not religious, you're pretty much dead. Sorry. I'm talking about God's predicted, how the Bible has predicted the end of the world. Well, it's because recently, Gene Dixon in a book, well, not a recent book, the book was written in like 1973, but it said that in 2020, between 2020 and 2030, that the second coming of Jesus was going to happen. So Jean had predicted quite a few things, but she's also been wrong. Some of her predictions so far is the death of Kennedy. Most of her visions came from God because she was a committed Christian. She gave her advice to presidents like Nixon, helping him with like military advice and telling him when the war was going to end. She predicted a shipping disaster in 1989, which was a mass ton of like 37,000 crude oil in and it led to deaths of many ocean animals. Jean also apparently told Oprah that she was going to be incredibly successful 40 years prior to her fame. So then again, her predictions have been wrong. Russia was going to win the space race. It didn't. Russia didn't win the space race. She said that they would put the first person on the moon, and we all know that's not true. She predicted that there would be a cure to cancer in 1967. She predicted that there would be a second Holocaust in 1980. She also said there was going to be a World War III in 1958 and that Rome would become the biggest empire again. She hasn't been right about everything. Whether you believe that or not, I don't know. Any self-proclaimed psychic kind of just doesn't work for me in my book. So another prophecy is a computer program called World 1, created by MIT in 1973, predicted that the world would start coming to an end in 2020. That the economy would crash, climate change, and we would potentially become extinct in 2040. So another theory was a Viking stone. So a team of Swedish researchers. How? Okay, this doesn't make any sense, but I have a cat on my lap. Say hello. And she won't. Yeah. Sorry, my mic. She won't leave me alone. So I'm gonna put it back down now. The Viking stone, once they've translated it and decoded it, basically said the world would end because of climate change. In a nutshell, it said like weather conditions, and it spoke about like the death of a warrior and then climate change and that type of thing. It's very lost in translation and speaks about a guy that died 9 generations ago. That's 300 years ago. So I don't know how much of you guys like your Viking lore, but there you go. So I think the one that's been bothering people the most about the end of the world is Sylvia Browne's book. Sylvia Browne wrote a book in 2008 called The End of Days, where she predicted a sickness like the coronavirus coming in 2020. It affected the lungs, and I'll put the quote up once again. But she also said that it would disappear this as quickly as it appeared and return 10 years later. So I'm not entirely sure how true any of this is, because once again, she was another self-proclaimed psychic. So really, how much is your trust in psychics? So if you are feeling anxiety, I felt like I should speak about some of the failed prophecies that have been told, because most of them have failed. I'm just saying. No one can exactly predict the end of the world. So I think the biggest end of the world crisis was 2012, when that's when the Mayan calendar ended. I remember this as a kid. I was about 11. You know, people stayed indoors in December. Some people threw a party, the end of the world party, and it was a weird day. And then the next day, everyone had shirts that said, "I survived the end of the world," and I was like, wow. Okay, so when the world didn't end, NASA felt compelled to write a paper about why the world didn't end in 2012 on the 21st of December. Also, the world was supposed to end on October 21st, 2011, because an American radio host named Harold Camping had arrived. He had come up with this date because he'd been like following lunar plans and things like that, also linking it to Jewish holiday dates and special dates. In addition to his prediction that it was going to end on October 11th, 2011, he also predicted that the rapture would happen May 21st, 2011. So, and then he said those that wouldn't be taken up would have to remain on earth until the end, for 5 doomed months. Jesus said in his second coming, I'll put the actual quotes up from the Bible and stuff like that, that it was going to be full of viruses and doom, and people wouldn't listen to their parents and be disrespectful and evil and desire, and I laughed a lot because I mean, that sounds like a great weekend, but you know. I think this is my favorite one. A Chicago housewife decided, had a vision from an alien. She got heard of a message from the planet Clarendon in the early 1950s. And she said that the world was going to end by a giant flood, kind of like Noah's Ark situation, and the people that believed in the aliens were going to be rescued by a UFO. A whole group of people got together, and then it didn't happen. And I'm talking about these people were so committed to the idea that they were going to get taken by this UFO, that they divorced their spouses, they quit their jobs, they completely detached themselves from their normal lives, and it didn't happen. So if you're feeling anxiety about all of this, I think just relax. That's important. Enjoy your time self-isolating and, you know, social distancing, avoiding people, damn it, and just enjoy your time in general. I think get a hobby. So if you're new here, welcome. If you made it to the end of this video, maybe think about subscribing. If you have any other questions about the end of the world or apocalypses or doomsday events, feel free to comment down below, and please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Stay indoors and wash your hands, damn it, you dirty pig. Yeah, alright.